I'm Joanna DeCellis, editor of Club and Resort Chef. I'm here today with Todd Kelly, director of culinary and food and beverage at Cherokee Town and Country Club.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today,
Thanks
Chef.
for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a chef for over 20 years. I'm a father of two wonderful daughters and an amazing wife for almost 20 years.
Nice.
And,
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us about Cherokee Town and Country Club.
Well, we're located in Atlanta, Georgia. We have two clubhouses, just under 2,400 members, and we're a very busy, active club.
What do you do in food and beverage? How big is that?
Food and beverage is a little bit under $12 million.
Okay. How long have you been there?
Just under 3 years.
Okay. Have you been in clubs your whole career?
No, I haven't. I worked at a club for a brief time at Myers Park Country Club when I was in my young 20s. And then I went to independent restaurants and hotels. And so this is really my first time being the executive chef of a country club.
What brought you back into the club world?
Well, it's very intriguing. Just like hotels, it's an opportunity where you have so many different facets. It's not a dinner-only menu with one specific theme. We have 5 or 6 different outlets running at all times.
Yeah.
Busy banquets, and so just kind of the action and the fast pace is something I enjoy.
What is your culinary philosophy?
I think simplicity is really the main thing, but we focus on ingredients. We want to make sure that we have the highest quality of everything, and manipulate it as little as possible, and just let the ingredients really shine.
How do you have a very big team at Cherokee Town and
Yeah.
Country Club. So how do you kind of bridge that gap between the front of the house and the back of the house?
Really a lot of training, and so we want the two departments to really see eye to eye. We don't want to have two different visions. We don't want the front of the house management team and the back of the management team to be going in different directions.
Yeah.
And a lot of time we talk about kind of being the conductors of trains, and so we want to make sure that the trains are all going in the right direction. And I like to, something I've said for a lot of years, it's, we have so much horsepower with all of our management team, and really just, I'm the guy trying to keep the trains going in the same direction.
So why is that important? Why go through all that effort?
Well, consistency, to start off, we're all speaking the same language. The main goal is to, have the highest level of satisfaction with the membership. So we just want to make sure that we're doing everything in a consistent way. We don't have a higher quality in one area or the other, and we're just focusing on trying to be the best.
So the theory is great, but what's the actual application? How do you do that? How do you mentor and train those people?
Well, it is a challenge, and so we always talk about kind of having a foundation or a pyramid, and we really started at the bottom, and we left really nothing unturned, and so just continued to stack and stack until we felt we were ready to go into the next level, and so forth and so forth. So all of our training manuals look the same. How we write recipes in the bar is exactly how we write them in the kitchen, and we just follow that and that kind of pattern in everything that we do. So the front of the house training manual looks exactly like the back of the house training manual. So just consistency.
Was it like that when you came on board, or was that been your...
No, it definitely wasn't like that when I got on board. So it's something that we've been working towards, and now we're nowhere near the end at all where I think we should be, but we're definitely making a lot of progress and moving in the right direction.
Why is it important to invest in your people like that?
Again, it kind of goes back into that. So we have consistency for the membership.
Yeah.
We want to continue to evolve and move the club forward. And if you have continual turnover and whatnot, it's not an area where we want to be. So we want to change because we want to change, not because of the change in associates.
Does that trickle into how you approach your menus and your food? I mean, how do you keep the food and the culture of the culinary part moving forward?
Well, that's a really important thing for us, and so we're continually evolving. We have menus that change, every week. Some change every day for chef's tables, and never the same menu twice. And so I think that's one of the things that really makes it intriguing for the culinary, and then a lot of the service staff as well, because we're continually learning and continually growing as a department. So we have tremendous amount of great ingredients, a lot of networking that we do with farmers and relationships and distilleries and breweries, and so it's constantly evolving. And I think that the younger generation of chefs, we have some traditionally trained and some not, and them seeing, that different level of ingredients and it's constantly moving is something that's intriguing to them.
How do you do all that and still serve Dover sole and a club sandwich and meatloaf?
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's one of the tricks.
Yeah.
So we're never going to lose a lot of the traditions of the club. It should really be an extension. The club should be an extension of your home, and we don't ever want to lose sight of that. But also, it's something that people want to have really interesting things, and they want to see high-end ingredients and plates and everything in between. So,
what are some of your biggest challenges?
I think the consistency. We have so many outlets, and having 2 different clubhouses. A lot of times you'll have people that are trying to do the right thing, and they are doing the right thing. But what that trickle is down, maybe 2 months later, is really ends up being a huge problem. So we try to make sure that we all go in and we do things exactly the same way.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given as a chef?
Probably not going in it alone, and I think that you see that, and I know I did when I was a little bit younger. I wanted to have my hand in everything, and really, I had a chef that I worked for, and he just, basically told me to let it go and let people do what they do best, and that was a lot of the sous chefs and whatnot. So, like I said earlier, we have an amazing team, and so we just put that trust in them and let them do what they do.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Chef. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
For more interviews like this, check out our site, clubandresortchef.com.